Hey, what's up everybody? This is the DeFi enthusiast here. Welcome to the channel, guys. I hope everybody's doing well. So today we're doing a video which is a little bit different. We're going to show you something that can change your life. What is life changing? Today I'm not going to give you a coin, but I'm going to give you something that I believe we've been working really hard on, that I believe that can change your life in terms of your financial wealth. Of course, there are no guarantees in this space. There are no guarantees. We're not financial advisors, but we've been in this space. And today I'm going to show you why we believe that you should be joining Crypto Ronins, the 6 Ronin rules for crypto gems. This is our Patreon. And I've been talking about it, on and off. And today I decided to come on. You've seen me, to do interviews with some people, but this time I decided to come on camera and talk about it as well. Now, why is this important? It's important so that we can build trust. It's important because you need to I'm one of the Ronins here, and there's my other business partner, and we have been in this space for the last since before the previous bull run, actually, like around 2019. That's when we really got in. We had been looking at crypto for some time, from the sidelines, but that's when we really started to get into it. And we did things differently. We didn't get into Bitcoin or Ethereum, and we did have some Ethereum, but we didn't really get into Bitcoin. But we got into a lot of great projects with great fundamentals at a very early stage. And today I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. But before I do that, let me show you something, guys, why you should be joining Crypto Ronins. Now, on my private group, remember we talked about Realio, right? We've talked about it, and I told my private group about it much earlier. So here is a Realio historical chart for 180 days, 6 months. 6 months ago, this is where I told my private group about Realio. This was on 20 January 2023. Okay? All right? And if you notice, from there, it was around 0.029 cents. Okay? Look at the chart. Look at how organically it grew. And all the way to 38 cents. Okay? Now, that, my friends, is more than a 10x right there. Okay? Right now, Realio is sitting at around 19 cents because there's some FUD going around. But, as I say, when there's fears and uncertainty and doubt, when there's blood in the market, that's when you buy. Could it go lower? Maybe. And that's when I plan to scoop up a lot more. But here's the deal, guys. I told my group back then. And this is one of the, if you guys go to my video on Realio, you'll understand why this is such a great coin. And why a market cap, the market cap is unlisted here, but why this could go into multi-billions in market cap because of the RWA narrative, real world assets on the blockchain, right? And Realio is at the forefront of it. So even if you just got in at that time, you would have made a 10x on your investment, depending on whatever it was. It was $100, that would have been more than $1,000. If it was $1,000, it would have been more than $10,000 right here. If it was, I don't know, 10K, you would have made, more than $100,000, and so on and so forth. And the story goes on and on and on, right? Another great example here is Caspa. Now, let's look at it from a 1-year chart. Around a year back, let me tell you where I told my private group about Caspa. I'll tell you exactly where. It was around here. The 8th September 2022, I told my private group about Caspa. Okay? And I told them to get in because this thing is going to, go parabolic. And it's not over yet, guys. But the thing is that had you gotten in here, now just look at that chart. Just look at the way it's moving, that beautiful chart. Organically, yeah, ups and downs, And then we see this huge breakout on, from 11th of March in 2023. Look at that. There. 0.014, 18, 0.02, okay, 0.028. Now here you would have done around a 10x, okay? And the beauty is that, look at this. Here you would have done more than 100x right here. Sorry, here you would have done a 10x, my bad. You would have done more than a 10x, okay, from that call. And it still has another, I think, 30 to 40x left in it, or even more, because of the way Caspa is designed. Soon I'm going to be doing a video on Caspa as to why it's so amazing and why it's such a great project. But I was talking about it way earlier back then. You see that, right? To my private group, and I realized that this is a 10x here. Now it's it's retraced. It's an organic movement. I hope it goes back to 1 cent. That would be a great place to buy more, or even now. I mean, honestly, DCA, dollar cost average, into it, because some people are calling for a 50-cent Caspa or even more. I'm not going to give it any price predictions. What I can tell you is the way it's designed. It's such a great project, which I will be getting into in detail very soon. In the upcoming weeks, I'm going to do a video on Caspa, and I'll tell you why it's so great and why I still believe it's got another at least 20 to 30x left in it, if not more, in terms of gains. But had you gotten in here, there, that would have been a 10x right off the bat. So, and then you've got another 20, 30x minimum left, right? So that would have been like what, a 40, 50x for you? And it could be a lot more. It could still give you another 50x, honestly, or 60x. But just because of the way it's designed, it's a fantastic project. I implore you to check it out. I will be doing a deep dive into Caspa. And I gave this to my private group. I did give them an analysis, and they were all happy campers. And this is exactly why we built Cryptoronans, so that just like my private group benefits from my calls, from the research, so can you. Because, and it's only going to cost you a price of a pizza in the month. How many times do you guys go out and eat? Honestly, probably a lot of times, right? Just imagine if you just spent, cash on one pizza for the whole month, and you were able to make gains like these. Okay. Now, this is not all. Let me show you our past record. There are still some things that we have to fill in the results, but we don't just talk. We'll show you what we've done. This is from our previous, before the previous bull run, before the last bull run. I called Hedera hash graph at 0.003. It went all the way up to where 56 cents. That would have been a 186.66x return. 186x, guys. Had you put in $100, this is just, we're just doing it with, let's just say you just had $100, right? Minimum. We're not even talking about $1,000 or $500. We're keeping a minimum. Say you got in with $100 here, you would have made $18,666 had you gotten in with my call, with our call, with the Ronan's call. Then we got into Spell. Spell, I called it at 0.0002. It went all the way to 0.0035. Okay, so that's 3 zeros, right? So that's a 175x right there. $17,500 you could have made with $100 investment. Then we go to Ecomi. I gave it at 4 zeros and 8. And it went all the way to 0.013. That was 162.5x, guys. That would have given you, from $100, $16,250. Okay? Then Trust Swap. Okay? I call that 0.031. That was around 3 cents. Went all the way, all-time high, $5. Went all the way to $5. That would have been 161 0.29x. Another $16,129 had you gotten in with my call. Telcoin. Oh yeah, this was one of my favorite ones. We got in at, we called it at 0.0004, and then it went all the way to 64 cents. That was another 160x right there. Okay. Then let's look at Theta. Called it at 1 cent, right? And we called it at 10 cents. That's 10 cents, I believe. And it hit all, its all-time high was $15.72. That's a 157.20x, $15,720. Theta Fuel, we called it at 0.005. Went all the way to 68 cents. That was 136x on your return on investment. That would have garnered you $13,600 if you put in $100. Then Chainlink, called it at about 50 cents, and it went to 52.7. That's 105x, right? So that is $10,540 if you had put in $100 when we called it. Multivac, we called it at 0.003, 3 zeros and 3. Went all the way to 0.029. That's a 96.66x. That would have $100 would have given you $9,666. Shall I go on? Yes, I think I should, because it's fun. Cake, 45 cents. That's when we called it. All-time high, $41.1. That's a 91.33x. So $100 in Cake at that time when we called it would have given you $9,133. Interesting, isn't it? Shakira Inu, that was a meme coin. We called it at 0.0004008. Went to 0.007. That's an 87.5x. Would have given you $8,750 if you had put in $100 in it. Dent, we called it at 0.0002, as in 3 zeros and 2. Went to 0.017. That's 85x. So $100 was giving you $8,500 potentially. Zulica, one of my favorite calls from the last bull run. Very similar to how I consider Caspa. So in terms of returns, I think Caspa is going to give even greater returns. But yeah, 0.004, that's when I called it. And then it went all the way to, 25 cents. That's a 62.5x. So that gives you a return of $6,250 if you had put in $100. Bolt, we called it at 0.3065. Then it went all the way to 4 cents, 0.04. That's a 61.53x. Another $6,153 if you had put $100 in it. Digibyte, we called it at 0.003. Went to 17 cents. That's another 56.66x. At $100, that would have given you $5,666. Smooth Love Potion, SLP, we called it at 0.007. Went to 39 cents. That was a 55.71x. At $100, it would have given you $5,571. Reserve Rights Token, RSR. Love that token. Still do, actually. 0.002. That's when we called it. Went to 11 cents. The 55x. Sake Swap. Called it at 6 cents. And it went to $3.18. That's a 53x right there. Okay. Joe. Called it at 10 cents, I think. And it went all the way to $5. Or maybe that is 1 cent. Because, you can clearly do the math yourself. That's a 50.9x return, basically. So even Theta was like at 1 cent. Sorry, my bad. My bad. Theta was at 1 cent, if I remember correctly. But you can clearly do the math here and figure it out for yourself. Because we've written the X's, as well. And Spartan Protocol, Sparta, we call it as 0.05 cents. Went all the way to $2.25. That's a 45x. $100 would have given you $4,500. Gala, we called it at 2 cents. And actually, no, we called Gala at 0.002 cents. So, yeah, see, I need to make some corrections and we need to be adding more stuff into it. Gala, we called it at even lesser than this, so that was a way more greater return. But even if you got in at 2 cents, that would have given you a 41x, $4,100. Beefy Finance, call it $105, went all the way to $4,116. That's a 39.2x. So $100 in Beefy would have given you $3,920. Jeju Doji, called it at this much, 0.00000000053. Then it went to 0.0000002. 37.73x right there, $3,773. Engine Coin, call it at 15 cents, went all the way to $4.82. That was another 32x if you had put in $100 and you stayed in. Metis, we called it at actually with my team, I've been working with my team, so this needs to be corrected. Actually, I called Metis at $3, not $10, and then it went to $315. So you can clearly imagine the amount of returns. That was more than 100x right there. So these need to be corrected, some of these results, because I remember them and I've been working with my team. So obviously we're still developing this list, we're finalizing it, but I want to show it to you. And there are some errors here and there which need to be fixed. But just imagine at $3 what this would have given you, and that's when I called it actually, $3.20 to be exact. So yeah, still around 100x. Yeah, pretty much 100x. So then we got Surge Inu, call it at 0.0000014, went all the way to 0.0000044. That was a 31.42x. $100 would have given you 3,142. Sparkpoint, called it at 0.3008, went to 0.025. That's another 31.25x. Avalanche, called it at $4.65. Went all the way to $145. Cardano, called it at around, 10 cents actually. I'm a little confused. There's some errors here which need to be fixed, but it's okay. I remember calling it at 10 cents. It went all the way to $3.09. Yep. So you can clearly imagine. So that was that was a great return on that as well. Flux, 11 cents, went all the way to $3.33, 39.27x. Wise Token, call it at 4 cents, went all the way to 96. That was a 24x. Algorand, called it at 15 cents, went all the way to $3.56. That was another 23.73x. So on and so forth, guys. There is a lot of stuff here, there is, I could keep going on and on and on, and you can clearly see the amount of X's. And we still need to be adding and correcting some of these and updating it completely. But you can clearly imagine, had you just put in $100. Now, you can do anything. You can, if you start with $1,000 in each of these calls, well, what would have been the returns? What type of money would you have made? What type of life would you be living right now? Right? So we decided, because we were so good at this research and finding these great gems, we were like, why not give access to it to more people via Cryptoronins. And we decided that, this would be a great way for them to benefit with a minimum, with an entry price, which I think is affordable by most people. It's affordable to most people, actually, right? A price of one pizza in the month. That's what it costs you. While other people that haven't even given these type of results are charging in the thousands and thousands of dollars. Some are charging $800, $1,000 just for a mastermind. Some are charging $5,000. Some are charging, ridiculous sums of money annually. Some are charging you $4,000 a month to give you altcoin gems. And people are paying for that, believe it or not. And here we are, giving you the chance of a lifetime to join us. We give you the access. You then have to do your own due diligence. We give you all the information. We don't take any money from you. You have to make your own investment choice. You have to decide how much money you want to put in, or if you want to put in this coin or not. It's not necessary that you get into every call, but there are some great calls. Okay, and as you can see recently with some of these, and you can see the past trades as well, and you can and the results, they speak for themselves. They speak for themselves, and the results speak for themselves, and the results are there. The results have spoken, and I don't need to say too much about it or toot my own horn, as they say. And we've got a team of, me and my business partner, we are working on this in a way which is going to be beneficial not just to us, but to everybody. Because crypto is all about community, right? It's all about getting in. It's all about, we're trying to benefit. We're not just trying to make a buck for us. We're trying to make life-changing money for everyone that follows us. And that is our mission. And that's what we're trying to do. So please do share this video with other people. Consider getting in. It's just going to cost, the entry is just going to be around a price of one pizza, because the results, they speak for themselves, right? And that's really what matters. And that's all I got to say. Today's video is a little bit different. We're going to be posting more updates, more videos. Please subscribe to our channel. Share it as much as you can. And I realized that, researching things and finding stuff takes a lot of time. So which is why we decided, this is a great way for us to give our information where both we and you can benefit as well from this information. And the price, I think, is very, very fair. Please do check it out, our Patreon. I'm going to leave the links in the video. And we will be doing our regular crypto updates as well. And that's about it, guys. This is this is why you should be joining Crypto Ronins. This is why I believe that it's going to change your lives for the better. And this is me, the DeFi enthusiast, signing out. I hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are. Take care. Bye.